his wild cards and his pick'ems to its full potential, then maybe he can find his way on top in the laning phase. And it looks like we're getting in as we're seeing a generic 5-point start where no one's really looking for invade. Everyone's just kind of protecting to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Which is, pretty understandable. I mean, I get why they want to play it safe. They don't want to do anything too crazy just yet.
Yep. And now I'm curious to see how this top lane matchup looks again with the run back, because this time Mario Cool doesn't have the support on his side or the expectation that he'll get a lot of early ganks, where the Nunu came in maybe level 5, level 6 on top lane and relieved some pressure after Trundle kind of gave Ornn the business, but maybe Ornn gives him the business again and there isn't really a response this time.
Oh, Senna's looking for a little bit of maybe. No, they backed off.
Maybe she's just ensuring some information there, making sure that Trundle is in fact starting blue side and is not trying a cheeky red start into a level 2 invade on, or level 2 gank onto the Ornn.
Yeah, I get it.
Yep.
They're just, playing smart, feeling each other out.
Comet posturing a little aggressively in the lane, trying to say like, hey, Yone, if you try and come for any of this CS, you're getting stunned up, you're getting damaged.
Yeah. I mean, that's the advantage you have as a marksman against a melee champ. You have that poke advantage.
And it looks like in the bot lane, Senna's getting a little bit of a CS advantage off the start, and the Singed is, just playing respectfully. Or has the level 2, he can knock up Singed and trade aggressively, and it looks like the bot lane of the University of Washington is doing just that.
It's what you talked about. Senna's getting those miss stacks. She's just, making those trades.
Yep, exactly. It was lucky on the side of, or well played on the side of University of Washington, pushing for that level 2 advantage so that Rakan can get an early trade uncontested, because that might not be the story of the rest of this laning phase.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's still anyone's game. I mean, it's only like 3 minutes in. Nothing's really happened. If you think about it, though, last time we played, by this time there were already like 2 kills in the game, because like they had the level 2 gank bottom. The swing came back and died immediately. So I mean, hey,
it looks like Trundle's trying to make something happen top, but Mario Cool playing a little more respectful this time. He knows that Trundle wants to make some things happen.
God jungle, looking for something. Oh, Trundle's in a little bit of trouble. Forced the flash. That was a nice heads-up play by Ornn there. He was paying attention to the map, ready to back up his fiddlesticks for that kill.
Yep, great communication on the side of University of Washington. Make sure that Ornn gets the jump so that, in fact, the scuttle does go the way of God Jungle.
Looks like TF is backing. I'm not really sure what that's about. Maybe he wanted an item, or I don't know.
Yeah, he picked up an early Dark Seal and boots so that he can use his resources a little more liberally, because Dark Seal amplifies the effects of potions, and he has a corrupting potion, so it'll give him both health and mana. And then the boots are so that he can dodge the Qs from Yone, because if he dodges that, then he halts the tornado passive and he stunts Yone's damage in trades.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. I mean, of course, he knows what he's doing. I'm like, I was never really the best mid player, so I was just curious as to his logic there.
Yep, you're good. I'm sure some of the fans watching at home appreciate it. But now we're seeing a pretty neutral game with Fiddlesticks having one camp advantage, nothing major at all.
Stun card coming out. It's gonna take a little bit of damage here, but I don't think there's any kill potential. But there's a lot of poke damage coming out with that corrupting potion. Oh wow, wow, that's a lot of damage right there. I think Yone's gonna have to back after that.
Yep, Comet getting an advantage in that really aggressive trade there is going to be really great for him, because now he's 100% going to hit 6 before Yone is able to. And with Yone being forced to back without teleport, it's going to take him forever to get here, and he will not only lose 1 wave, he might lose half the minions on the next one.
Yeah, because I mean, TF is a really good lane pusher. Between, you know, his pick a card and his Q, he can really just burst down waves really fast.
Yep,
It's going to put a lot of pressure.
Yeah, one interesting thing here is that we could see a situation where Trundle starts to path toward bot side as his bot lane is getting lane priority with them in lane before Senna and Rakan are able to. Maybe they shove the wave and then they're able to make a play for the dragon early. But it looks like Trundle is instead pathing toward his Krugs, maybe looking for another gank onto the Ornn as he's shoving lane into the Singed once again.
And both teams right now are playing a lot safer this time around. Last time, there were like, it was really fast and loose in the beginning, and there were a lot of kills that were just, you know, given out at the start. But they're tightening it up for this game, and you know, I like to see that because they're adapting from last game.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely on the back of the different jungle pick for God Jungle, because last time he really forced the tempo high because of his new pick, all the early ganks. But now, you know, he's on the fiddlesticks. He's chilling out. He's farming his jungle. He can't really do anything pre-6, but Trundle can.
Okay, Ornn forced to pop his flash there. That's never a good thing.
Yep, this might spell trouble for him, just like in game 1, where the second he got his flash popped, Trundle hits him with the return, and instead of popping his flash, he pops his life.
Exactly. I mean, popping those flashes early, I mean, okay, Rakan going in a little bit, gets stunned up by Leona. Okay, Leona's going in pretty hard right now. PDX is taking a lot of damage, but looks like he's going to get first blood. Boss popped. Ocean Rock's not really doing any damage right now, but the peel. But you know, Blue Burglar has the flash. Fiddle's going in to clean up. Will we get Blue Burglar? That's the question. Aftershock popped. Looks like he's going to make it out fine. But both of the bottom leaders for Washington die. Okay, Ornn, on the other hand, grounded and dead to Trundle exactly like you called it. Once Ornn pops that flash, the next thing is Trundle's going to pop his life, bro. You were dead on.
Yep, you know, real Nico J playing it just like the first game, but also we saw University of Oregon bot lane actually creating an advantage for themselves. It's looking completely different from the last game where, you know, they might be down a bit on CS, but they got the kill up. There might have been a return kill onto God Jungle, but that doesn't speak a lot for the bot lane state. And maybe the bot lane of University of Oregon are going to create or be able to snowball these advantages.
And looks like first dragon of the game actually goes to Washington. Oh, 56 Knights a little bit up there, but not going to contest over the wards. You definitely don't want to try to fight a Leona heads up as a support. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, the dragon going the way of University of Washington only makes sense because, you know, they got the kill onto Ezreal in the bot lane. They forced the back on the Leona. And Fiddlesticks, you know, he just heals on objectives on any jungle camps. He just presses W, heals up, and that dragon's his. So
yeah, he's always good to go.
Play by God Jungle.
Absolutely. And right now, you know, Ezreal does have ult advantage, but that's not really a huge advantage. You know, compared to something like, you know, what the heck? What was her name from the last game?
Samira,
yeah. Samira's 6 advantage. Like, sorry to me, she's a new champ because I'm not used to her name yet. But Samira's like her 6 is super strong to have the advantage with. Ezreal's 6 is, you know, nothing special.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna be the point where all of a sudden University of Oregon just turn it on and get a free kill because Leona just gets super aggressive, and then, you know, the ADC follows. But you know, with Fiddlesticks going and getting the early dragon. Oh, we've got a trade in the mid lane.
Asho looking to make some plays on Comet here, just dealing some damage. TF's gonna have to back after this. He doesn't have any mana left.
Yeah, exactly. It's not super consequential because Twisted Fate was looking to back anyways because he had no mana. But it looks like Yone's looking for play on the bot side with.
Oh, Blue Burglar low on HP. Looks like Rakan's actually gonna clean him up right there. Top side, Mariko caught out again. Trundle just another kill. I mean, this is exactly how it went last time. Actually, Hasho, Yone just killed Ezreal bottom off screen.
Oh wow!
So,
okay, we've got
that's pretty big.
Making plays of its own. Any amount of gold into the hands of a Yone is always something really to be paying attention towards because just like a Yasuo, as he gets into his crit, he really starts accelerating and taking control of a game. In last week's games, we've already seen what Postio was able to do, and it's definitely a sight to behold.
Actually, looks like Oregon's going to get the first turret of the game here.
Yep, you know, Real Nico again with the run back, almost exactly gets 2 ganks, 2 kills onto the Ornn.
Oh, Psycho low. TF popped. What's going to happen? Oh, fake out. All right, HH Comet gets the kill.
Yeah,
that's pretty big, actually.
Yeah, a great and precise wild card from the side of HH Comet, and it was nice that he popped his ult because he had Yone second guessing where Twisted Fate could possibly be. Was he where I just left him, or is he around the corner in the next bush? But instead, he had, or Twisted Fate abused that hesitation and found an easy wild card.
Exactly. He had him looking for the the circle on the ground. He wasn't looking for the cards.
Yeah,
that was a nice play right there.
But now again, we're in the situation where, Real Nico J is making things happen on his Trundle, but can he convert these kills into some greater advantages for University of Oregon? Because we've seen him get his own advantages, but it looks like a Crow Storm.
Oh, Twisted Fate gone on by the Fiddlesticks ult. Oh, wow. Yone just cleaned him up right there. Not a whole lot you can do about that as TF. Again, another one of those champs that doesn't really have an escape mechanism. So if you get gone like that, you kind of just got to take it.
Yeah, God Jungle is doing a really great job of finding these creative angles on his Crow Storms, where he's finding University of Oregon off guard, and they're really paying the price for it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he is definitely putting in work with that Fiddlesticks. I mean, so is the Trundle. The Trundle's been making plays as well. Both the junglers are doing a really good job, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they were both standout performances in the first game, and it's nothing too surprising. And one thing that is a little disappointing is even after the early kill and play for the bot lane of University of Oregon, they've kind of halted at this point, and now the Ezreal's 20 CS behind.
Wow, Ezreal's 20 CS behind. That's pretty big. I mean, he does have a kill, and Sina doesn't have one, but I mean, still a lot of CSP behind. Trundle gets gone up right now. Yone pops his ultimate. Hitcom trying to put in work, or drops his ulti. The phone on knockup. It's not going to do enough. TP's coming in right now. Sand is looking to get a flip here. Stun card coming out. Who's he going to stun? Oh, wow, what a beautiful knockup right there. Sand coming in. It's just an absolute disaster right now.
What a hero play by the Rakan from University of Washington. I mean,
that was beautiful.
Was inches away from flipping the Yone into the team of University of Oregon and him getting exploded, but 56 Knight said, that's my boy, and instead of you flipping him, I'm knocking up all 3 of you.
Oh yeah, dude, that right there was really just a beautiful play from Washington. That's exactly what you want to see.
University of Washington might be finding themselves into advantages, but it's not looking like anything like the first game where the game was out of control by 13 minutes. It's very neck and neck at this point.
Oh yeah, this is a really close game. I mean, Oregon had the first turret, Washington's had dragon control. The objectives are pretty even, and there's like, what is it, an 800 gold difference? Like, that's not a lot.
Yep,
that's nothing.
God Jungle used his control ward and his passive ward to clear out the vision in the bot lane jungle, and he's trying to find a pick here.
I mean, Trundle's getting gone on, but it might be a trap right now. This could be bad for Fiddlesticks. Okay, Fiddlesticks pops the stopwatch. 56 Knights. Okay, now Leona's in trouble. Looks like they're just going to leave her for dead. Blue Burglar going down. TF might get caught out now. He did pop his ultimate, so they have vision. Looks like they're just going to disengage. They don't want to fight that, which is understandable. They lost Leona. That's their main initiation.
Yeah, once again, God Jungle finds another creative pick onto University of Oregon and is really showing what you need to do and the creativity you need to make a pick like Fiddlesticks work.
Absolutely. I mean, he is really just showing the power of a good jungle. Like his name suggests, man, God Jungle.
Yeah,
that's his name, baby.
And right now we're kind of just in a neutral state where University of Oregon primarily are the ones just catching waves as they're starting this push onto the Rift Herald.
Yeah, the Rift Herald's always a nice little objective to snag. It basically guarantee you a tower or turret. Sorry, if you have like, you just basically can split push with the Eye of the Herald and commit like 3 or 4 other heroes to an objective. And if they don't respond to the Herald, they're going to lose a turret. And if they respond to the Herald, then they lose the objective. So it's actually like a really nice thing, especially on Singe, who's really good at split pushing.
Yeah, exactly. I think he can really find some advantages over this Ornn. Again, like I was mentioning last game, Singed can...
Trundle caught out here. Right? There's basically all of Oregon right here. Okay, looks like Yone... Wait, what exactly just happened? Oh, Yone killed Singed and then Singed killed Yone.
Yeah, exactly. Yone
so
was in his E right there where he was in this like kind of shadow state. And he was over in the brush where Singe tried to get a little too aggressive on him, and he just ate a Yone R to the face, just took all burst, and exploded in half a second flat.
Oh yeah, I mean that right there was just, whew. I mean it happened so fast I didn't even see what happened. I had to look at the logs and be like, wait a minute, what exactly just happened?
So honestly, that play there is a little disappointing for the side of University of Oregon because there were 4 people in the top lane against
Khan's going in on Trundle right now. What's going to happen? Okay, Fiddlesticks popping the ult, causing the flee. Trundle rooted. Khan in trouble. Ornn coming in. Alright, charmed up. Ornn has a kill. Now Blue Burglar in a bad way here, and Fiddlesticks is going to snag that kill on Leona.
Yeah, this game is totally being taken over by God Jungle, where he's just finding all of these crucial Crow Storms and outputting so much damage. He's just taking this game over.
Oh yeah, I mean he's really just, again, he's just showing this is how you play the meta. Pick a jungler, play aggressive, make plays for your team.
Yep, exactly. And on the opposite side, Trundle is opting to go for a very supportive route where he's not even picking up a tank item like a Dead Man's. Instead, he's going for a Knight's Vow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's the only one with gold and carry potential right now. None of his lanes are ahead by any scope of the word.
Oh, TF pops his ult. Now he's going on Yone. He's trying to get a kill here. Yone looking to turn this around, but now Trundle's here. Stun card comes out. Yone's in a really bad way right now. What's he going to do? Nothing. He's just going to die. And that was really clean play by Combat and Trundle. Trundle had a really good pillar right there to keep Yone's stuck in there. Not much you can do against the stun card.
Yeah, a really great play by the duo there, and that's the kind of pick onto Yone that they were really hoping for earlier when they had 4 people on the top lane, but instead University of Oregon went 1 for 1 when they would have hoped for an easy kill, but they went for the run back, got an easy kill onto Yone there, and Postro is just, maybe funneling a little bit of gold into the hands of University of Oregon.
A little bit.
Yep, and this Herald play there is adding to another situation of Oregon trying to close this gold gap.
Oregon also trying to close the Dragon gap by going for Drake. Like I said, this is exactly what we talked about. They put the Herald middle, so you have to respond to that, and then they went for Dragon. But you know what? They actually got both objectives because the middle turret was so low that they couldn't sustain the Herald hit. Which is nice because they got a Dragon. Now it's 1-2, it's not 2-0. Pretty even on the Dragons. So far, in all the games you've seen tonight, it's been a blowout on Dragons. It's been like 4-0 on every Dragon so far, except for this one.
Yep, this game is definitely a bit more competitive this time around, back and forth, and I'm liking it.
Oh, me too. This is a close game. I mean, really, this is anyone's game right now.
Yep, because University of Washington might be up 5 kills, but they're only up about 3k gold.
Yeah, and the objectives are pretty even right now. And in a team fight, I don't think there's... I think the team is really, really even in team fights right now. It could go either way. It just depends on, really skill at this point. Top lane, it looks like something might be going on with Twisted Fate. I'm not totally sure. They're trying to set something up here. Nico is in the way there, so he can definitely count. Okay, feels like she's looking to ult on TF. Looks like they missed it. He's in a little bit of a bad spot right here. God Jungle forced to pop the Zonias. But what can he do? Not much. He's just going to die. I mean, that was just a little bit of a... No, it was a little greedy. Oh, now they're transitioning middle. Stun card is available. Is he going to find anybody? He pops his ultimate. Looks like he's getting Oshawott, but pops right out of that. No trouble for him whatsoever. And it looks like they're going to make it out of there.
It was a nice play that Comet was trying to make, but again, that's why you take Cleanse onto your ADC when you've got huge CC that you're trying to avoid. And in the top lane, we saw, God Jungle getting a little too big for his britches, getting a little too hyped up from all his earlier flanks. And this time he bit off a little more than he could chew. But
yeah,
that's okay because University of Washington are really ahead in their item spikes right now, specifically in the AD carry matchup, where Ezreal, one advantage he has is he actually just transformed his mana immune into a Muramana. So he's packing on about 56 more AD onto his Mystic shots.
Nice.
However, Senna, it has her mana immune stacking right now, but has her Ghostblade completed and a Zeal in the works. Whereas
yeah, I think
totally. Ezreal only has the Sheen.
Ezreal is definitely behind. He's about 70 CS down from the Senna, which is a lot considering. Senna also has an extra kill. But I think this TF is like really putting in work. He's got the maxed Rod of Ages, he's got the Dark Seal, he's got the Lich Bane. I mean, he is definitely trying really hard to help his team out here, especially with those ults, the Vision and team. Nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, one small counter that TF really is benefiting from in this matchup is in the Shroud of the Black Mist that or Curse of the Black Mist that Senna has, where she shrouds herself in an AoE that just makes her and her allies untargetable. If you use your Destiny on Twisted Fate, all of a sudden it reveals everyone and that benefit is nullified.
Oh, that's a nice little interaction. That's actually pretty good. I didn't know about that.
Yep, so definitely Twisted Fate can find these crucial stun cards onto someone like Senna or someone else benefiting from that untargetability in crucial fights.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think I want to see Blue do a little bit more. I don't think Blue Burglar is having enough impact in these team fights, if I'm being honest. As a Leona, I feel like he should be making more plays in general.
Yeah, I agree. He isn't finding these crucial Zenith Blades or Solar Flares that can really turn a fight. He's now finding them onto people like God Jungle or Pascho that are running over these team fights.
Which, to be fair, it's not like it's easy. I mean, it's hard, but I mean, if you're playing at this level, you got to step up. You got to step up. That's your team's counting on you.
Yep, and we'll have to see if University of Oregon as a whole steps up as this Ocean Drag is spawning, because they cannot afford to give it over to University
Jay's
of
in a little bit of trouble here. He's rooted up. 56 Knights goes in, knocks him up. Now he's fleeing. Okay. Now they actually transition. They take out Ezreal. Nico Jay is still safe. Yoni cleans him up. Singe goes down 56 Knights. Bluebird in trouble. He goes in. It's not enough. God Dragon pops the zone. He's alive. HA's comment low. Sniped by the Senna. Oshawott, double kill. Clean.
And just as I said, University of Oregon can't afford to give it up, now they have to, because now they're not only giving up the Dragon, they're giving up their middle inhibitor. And maybe University of Washington gets greedy and pushes
They're going
to end the game, or even just kill some Nexus turrets.
Ooh, that's what I like to see, bro. They're bleeding. I mean, they know their power level right now. What is Ezreal going to stop them? I don't think so.
I think the person they have to be most afraid of is TF, and he isn't going to spawn for another 10 seconds.
Yeah, they're trying to go in. All right, knock up. They're trying hard here. Blue Burglar's low. Fiddlesticks in with the ultimate. Yanni with 3-man knock up. Okay, Nico J low. Nico J down. Cinch down. That's going to be the game. TF's alive, but it doesn't matter. They still have 5 alive. Now he's fleeing. The Nexus is melting. HH comes. It doesn't matter. What are you going to do? A stun card. It's a single target. The Nexus is just going to fall. Wow, that one mistake, man.
That game went from neck and neck